On our final approach, please make sure your seat bags and trays are in their upright and locked positions, and any carry-on bags are stored on the floor beneath you. We should be on the ground shortly.
This is your captain speaking. Dead door wins. We are making our final approach. Make sure to gather your wife, husband, spouse, friends and family, and zombies. And head over to www.livestream.com/Zombiepalooza Radio to listen to Jackie and I every Friday night starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 5 hours of zombie fun. And like always, thank you for flying Zombiepalooza Radio.
Oh my god. He's gonna kill me.
Hey, get back here so we can go listen to Zombiepalooza Radio every Friday night starting at 8 p.m. going 5 hours long. Listen to your host, Jackie Chin, and her zombie, Dead Door Williams.
The views expressed and opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of CPR Productions, its affiliates, or sponsors.
Hi, and welcome to Zombiepalooza Radio. How are you? Hope your week's been great. I know ours has been awesome. I'm going to bring in our... I know, right? I'm going to bring in our #1 co-host, who is in first chair. His name is Dead Door William. Welcome, Dead Door.
Well, thank you for having me one more time and not killing me off. And not hanging me on the hook like Crunchy did.
You know, we really have to talk about Crunchy. He seems to be getting a little bit out of control.
Just a little bit. I think I'm going to have a talk with Scott. And
you know, you're going to transfer him into something else. Maybe it's something a little bit more tamer than...
That wasn't my fault.
He keeps denying it. I love that. Stick to that, Scott. Don't go any... Just stick to the story. Keep it like that. It's all good. Speaking of...
I was just trying to help him keep his, whatever that is in him that drives him under control, and it just kind of accidentally got mixed with the genetic material of a tiger, and he turned into a were-tiger. I'm sorry. It was a mistake. Oh, boo-boo. He liked it.
And,
maybe we need to put him into a were-snail.
Guys, guess what?
Yes, sir.
We have to get going. I got to introduce the rest of our panel, and then we got to bring on an amazing group page. This thing is like off the charts, so let's get to it. All right, we are going to introduce right now our leader of all things green, Scott Pearson. Hi, Scott.
Jackie, it's going to be a great show tonight.
I know, I'm like really totally excited, and of course we have to bring on Crunchy because we mentioned him. So, hey Crunchy, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, dear. Loving the weather down here.
You gonna behave yourself tonight?
Maybe.
Right.
Long as nobody touches my bag of nuts, I'm fine.
Okay.
Or give me any psychological, whatever, nuts.
Drugs.
They spike my nuts.
All right. Whoa, we got an airplane going over. Somebody.
That would be my cousin Rocky.
All right, Rocky. Rocky and Bullwinkle? That Rocky?
Yeah, Rocky the Flying Squirrel, yeah.
Awesome.
He's kind of flying low.
We got to have him on the show sometime, but right now we got to get going. We got to get this thing started. We are going to welcome Vernon Newton, and he lives in Wales in the UK, and it's 1 a.m. over there. So I think he wants to, get this thing moving along too.
Let's do it.
I know, right? Hi, Vernon. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Welcome to Zombiepalooza Radio. This is your first time out on the show, and let me introduce Vernon. He is the owner and creator of the largest Walking Dead fan group on Facebook. There are at least 32 actors signed in from the Walking Dead on this page. There's some talkers and some biters, and I think one of the ways that he keeps this going at such an amazing pace is that he keeps it family friendly. We're going to ask him about that. And so, Vernon Newton, what is your secret to having the biggest Walking Dead horde on Facebook?
Well, I think with me, I will take anybody in, give anybody a chance. Every group I go to, there's age restrictions on this. We'll let this person in, let that person in. Me, I'll let anybody in, give anybody a chance. Obviously, we have rules there. Unfortunately, you break the rules, you're out. But I'll give anybody a go.
Hey,
and that's what's been the main success.
Let's see. What kind of rules do you have? And then after I ask that question and you answer it, then we're going to have Scott Pearson on because he's one of your admins. So what are some of the rules that you need to have for your Facebook page?
Obviously, being equality, as in no racial remarks to other people, no sexual remarks to people, being polite, courteous to people, don't disrespect anybody, do not respect the admins. Everybody's got the right to an opinion. May not be the right opinion, but they have that right. Good or bad, they have that right to an opinion, and no one needs to be belittled for having an opinion.
Scott, you are an admin for this particular page. Give a shout out for the Facebook page itself, Scott, and then talk about what it's like to be an admin for this page.
That would be the Walking Dead fan base. If you go up to the search bar on Facebook and just punch in the Walking Dead fan base, you'll go right to it. It's one of the best groups I have ever admined for. I can't believe how many people, 24 hours a day, there is activity on this page. And people around the world come on here and they act, 98% of the time, everything is just friendly, family-oriented, and they have games on there, they have contests on there, and it's just a fun time to go to it any time of day.
So how long have you been an admin on Walking Dead fan base?
I've been an admin for the fan base since, what was it, Vernon, the end of July?
Yeah, something like end of July there.
Vernon, how did you find out about Scott Pearson?
It must be about a good year ago. I was in another group. I'll not mention the name because we're not a great group. But I met him through him and I can't remember the name now, Stony Rivers. I met the children. I think they were both playing the Walking Dead social game on here on Facebook. So I met through that and got talking to Scott and liked some of his stories and hit it off from that.
Wonderful. How long have you been interested in the zombie genre?
Oh, I'm 39 now, and my first zombie film would have been Dawn of the Dead when I was 7.
So that's when you first got bit?
Yeah, 32 years, so.
That's a long time. What is it about zombies do you think that people really, really are attracted to?
I think it's that unpredictability and that you don't know whether they're going to lunge at you, bite you, or anything. There's one good picture I really do like from, I think it's season 2 of The Walking Dead. There's one walker got really piercing yellow eyes. She looks so peaceful and serene, but you know what she could turn into, and you just don't know when she's going to attack you. And it's just that unpredictability is just so cool, I think.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
Hey, Vernon, have you ever spoken to a live zombie before? I know that you have a lot of fans on your page, but have you ever talked to a live one?
No.
Well, meet Dead Door William. He's our resident zombie on Zombiepalooza Radio. Dead Door, meet Vernon. Vernon, meet Dead Door William.
Hello, Vernon.
Greetings, Dead Door. Greetings.
This is a talk show, guys. Remember?
I got this. I know it. He's, don't be scared. I don't bite much.
Not
right now.
He's got his headset on, and that's one of the reasons why he can talk intelligently. And so, Scott, I know that you gave me a good list of questions. Why don't you take one of them?
All right, Vernon, I got a question for you. In this past year, the meteoric rise of your group from just a small couple of hundred membership to over 55,000 now, what are your high point and low point in the group?
Obviously, every time we meet a milestone of going from, well, when you first joined the group, we were at 45,000, so in that 2.5 months, we've gained 10,000. Over July 4th weekend, we gained 5,500 alone. There's a lot of high points, and low points really is just the odd time we had a few idiots in the group that tried to disrupt it for others, and there's nothing really been bad like that, just a few idiots which you'll find in any other group out there, as you know yourself.
Well, the nice thing about that is you have so many, you've got almost a dozen of some of the best admins I've ever seen on Facebook that handle things for you.
Where do you go about finding the admins, or do they come to you and maybe hang out on the page for a while and then you exchange? How do you go about finding your admins?
General rule, my original admin was myself, my partner, and a gentleman called Kieran Murphy. We're the ones that started the group, and it started off mainly adding people that I knew for a little while. Gary Hill, he was my fourth person to add as an admin. He's still with the group, and a couple of other people. Over time, I get to know them, get to know what their quirks are, and then join them in. Obviously, my main graphical artist, Miss Gina Jones, also did our main design for the covers and everything. Just got talking to her. She offered a place as an admin. We have advertised for a few admins. We've had some go, some have stayed. We even got two that originally applied, and Savannah Knapp, she thought, she said, "Oh, I'm too young. I'm only, I think it's 12 or 13. And I said, "No, I'll give you a go. Why not?" The actual statement she posted in the group about being an admin, I would have thought she was in her 20s at least. She was that good.
You know, right now I'm looking at your page, and there is 55,656 members. Just within this last 30 days, you have gleaned another 2,057 new to your page. That's, I mean, if I could only get like a tenth of that, that would be like phenomenal. And we're Zombiepalooza Radio is 2 years old. We're going to be 2 years in October, and we don't even have a fifth of that. That's like so cool. What is one of the things that when you go to make a publishing on your page, what kinds of places do you go to find things that are new and interesting to your fan base?
Well, obviously I signed up to the Walking Dead email. Every few days they'll send out any emails of any updated news reports and everything on the show and filming and everything. So as soon as I get anything good there, that's obviously posted straight to the group. Obviously, I'm actually a member of approximately 35 to 38 other groups as well, which I obviously go around and see if there's any good posts on there. I'm also running a Twitter page that's linked to the group, a fanbook page as well that's also linked to the group, and I go between the three, and obviously then there's a section of other groups that I go to, find out any good information, share it with other people, and then see what's good for the group and share it that way.
Talk about your Twitter page. What is your Twitter handle so that if people listening want to sign in to where you are, how can they find you on Twitter?
Quickest way, if you're already in the group, go onto the rules link. I have the links for the fan page, and the Twitter there. But it's at, I'm trying to think how you pronounce this now. I've forgotten it now. It's not very good, is it?
Oh, that's all right. I'll find it for you. Scott, go ahead and take another question while I find his Twitter handle.
Well, before my question, Gina Jones, one of the admins that I mentioned before, would like to have Vernon mention what are you doing to promote the Walking Dead fan base with cast members?
With the cast members, right, over this current weekend, it's obviously, as you may have noticed, it's the group's 1 year anniversary. I am promoting with as many walkers as I can to come in and have a little say. They can promote any of their group fan pages, so any pictures they have. Obviously, a few of them I know personally through talking about like Larry Mainland, to name a few. There's a few I keep quite close to talking to, but it's mainly just trying to get them to interact and everything as much as I can, and just try and get them in if I can.
How much of that interaction between the actual actors and the fan base on your page, Walking Dead fan base, actually happens? Is it quite substantial, or is it just every once in a while?
At the moment, it's once in a while. I'm trying. This problem I've got so many ideas in my head and so little time to get them all going. It's like I want to try and. I've been trying to work out getting a few Q&A sessions going with a few of the actors. I've got about 4 or 5 that have already said they'll do it, but it's just getting the ball rolling and everything. Then obviously we've got our own cookbook that we were doing that Gina Jones is in charge of. We've got a trivia contest we're doing, which is running up until the start of the season, which has got various prizes, including a T-shirt and everything. And various other projects on the go.
There are a number of artists that are also on this page, and I'm looking at one right now. The lady's name is Grim Linz Art, and she has a picture of that she has designed on here. It's phenomenal.
That is actually a he. Real name Clement Bollinger is actually one of my original admins. He's actually French. He left to pursue his art a bit further, and I actually did a challenge. I did an intergroup challenge last year between Walking Dead fan base and the Walking Dead I forget the name of the other group now. They're not virus.
Walking Dead virus.
It wasn't the virus. I did a challenge between them. I gave them a challenge of do a tribute to the fallen, and basically to do 2 pictures incorporating characters that died in the show and become walkers, and it was both group pictures in the 2 groups, and the most votes would win. And it was a challenge to try and push their abilities a bit further, try new techniques, try new methods and everything. And if you go back through the pictures in the fan base, you'll see how his work has progressed from when I first put him into the group up to now. You can see a phenomenal change. At one point, his work was actually compared to Andy Warhol.
Oh, wow. That, I mean,
And
the reason why I thought that he was a she is because there's a lady space next to his name. So.
he does like things. He likes obviously Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, stuff like that there. So he often does his little edits and he'll often use that as his profile picture.
It's wonderful, though, this art. You got to get on this page. This is the Walking Dead fan base, and to check out some of this artwork on here, it's absolutely phenomenal. There are a number of people that come to your page from all over the world. Where is the furthest away that a member is on your page?
I've got one in New Zealand. I know I've got one in the Philippines. I think there's another in Indonesia. Obviously, over my way in the UK, I've got a couple in Ireland, a couple in France, a load in England, and I think actually there's a couple in Germany as well. But it's literally almost every continent. There's at least one person from almost every continent, I'd probably say.
Dead Door, do you have any questions for our guests so far?
No. I'm just intrigued and listening.
No, it's amazing.
I know.
Okay, I guess.
That many people love zombies.
Go ahead, Scott.
Vernon, how many hours a day? I've just got to ask, because there are so many posts that go up from just numerous contributors every day, and you match that number easily, if not surpass it, on a daily basis. How many hours do you actually devote to this page every day?
If I'm perfectly honest, any opportunity I can. I've got Facebook on my phone, Facebook on the computer. I can be out in town doing shopping, and I'll see a notification come up, and I'll check the phone to see what's there. So I am on and off the Twitter, the page, and the group all the time. You're probably looking at. It's more a case of asking how long am I not on the group or the page. It's probably a better question.
How did you come about figuring out how to run an amazing page like this? Did you have any ones that you looked at before you decided to create your own, or did you just kind of bring this all together and it just kind of melded in a beautiful way?
I think I have been an admin in another group. This is the one that I will not mention the name, because basically she booted me because she thought I was trying to take over a group, because I gave her good ideas to help promote the group, and she thought I was trying to take over. So in the end, we parted separate ways, and it was actually thanks to my partner Karen Davis, who said, start your own group. So 14th of September last year, I started the group, and I think with me, I treat people how I want them to treat me. I give everybody respect, and I expect that respect back.
Exactly.
And obviously I've worked for many years as, not trying to plug the place, but for Burger King as a manager. So I've learned to work with people, work with many different members of the public. So I think that's sort of incorporated into how I run the group. As I say, I'll give anybody a chance.
You seem to enjoy doing this as a passion for getting people together and giving them a place to be able to have a family-friendly atmosphere and be able to talk about the things they love the most about The Walking Dead. That's pretty amazing.
This is where I state quite clearly in the rules. I get people going, oh, it's Walking Dead, Walking Dead, Walking Dead. The group is, yes, the name is The Walking Dead fan base, but I state in the rules, you can post anything Walking Dead or zombie based. So I'm not restricting just The Walking Dead, because obviously we all know there's a new show coming out called Nation Z. Maybe a bit of a plug there for it, but
go ahead,
a lot
do
of people
more for that. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, it's a new show being brought out by the Sci-Fi Network. Obviously, people are saying it's sci-fi, it's not going to be good. As far as I'm concerned, if you're into The Walking Dead, you're into zombies, give it a go. We've all seen things like World War Z, everybody had opinions on that. There's so many different zombie films out there. Everybody's had their own opinion on them. Give it a go. It might be good, it might be bad. It's just another take on it. It's like the famous thing of everybody says about the Godfather of zombies,
Exactly.
George A. Romero.
Yes.
He redefined the genre. He doesn't like The Walking Dead.
I read
his
the
opinion.
article. Scott, did you read that article just recently? We found posted up on Zombiepalooza Dead again that he was not impressed with the new styling of zombies.
It's that scenario again of things evolving. Obviously, he took it to one level, and over the years, people have tried to mimic his standards, and Robert Kirkman has taken it upon himself, hence the name Walkers, taking away from that. I think it's his way of setting his stamp on the genre by calling them Walkers, and he's done his own little twist. And it's ironically, when you look at it, a lot of his team that the show works with AMC, have come from working with George Romero.
Precisely, yes. Scott,
Greg Nicotero, Gail Ann Hurd, just to name a couple, all working with him in the early days.
Scott, are you still with us?
No,
I'm here.
Okay, Dead Door, go ahead.
Now, you just mentioned Greg Nicotero. Who is he?
Greg Nicotero, he is the special effects artist and grandmaster, I would say, of The Walking Dead. He is the master.
Oh, no, I just read an article just recently that he does tribute to George Romero. He does that to persuade George to watch it.
Yeah, I've seen that. Obviously, he's done Flyboy during the season 3 when Merle and Daryl are fighting. There's also, who else was there? I know there's been a couple of Bubbas in there as well, I believe in season 4. And another one.
There was Bub.
And one that's not actually anything to do with zombies or anything. You've got the famous one from American Werewolf in London. He was in there as well.
Now, do you think that Greg is doing this to get George to watch The Walking Dead?
I don't know whether it's trying to get him to watch, but I think it's a way of paying homage to the work that George has done in the past. And obviously now, they were trying to get him to do another film, Empire of the Dead, but instead he's opted to go for a comic series, which I believe is up to issue 5 now.
Scott, go ahead.
Well, I was wondering, to go back to something that we were talking about a little bit ago, since you add like 4,000 to 5,000 new biters a week to this group, is there a chance, with all of the hours that you put into it, do you have a plan for perhaps turning this into a profitable enterprise for yourself?
We have recently started doing a shop. We do have our own group T-shirt, which is for purchase, which actually is non-profit at all. All profits go to the company that produces T-shirts for us. At the moment, as it is, we do have a shop there, and any proceeds we do get from the shop, all proceeds are going in toward purchasing gifts and prizes for contests within the group. At the moment, as it is.
What is the link for that? Can you give us a link for the T-shirts? Scott,
I'll try to get that Snap T. Sorry.
It's what? What is it?
Snap Tea.
Snap Tea?
Give me Snap Tea.
Okay. Is that T just, is it T-E-E?
If you bear with me 1 second, I will paste it. This is my little shop that I have that has my group T-shirt in.
Very cool.
I'm just going to paste it into. I'm going to paste it into the chat box for you.
Thank you so much.
That's a bit easier.
All right.
I'll take it from there and go to forward that over to there. It is. I'll forward that to the Zombiepalooza Dead Again page, my Zombie Guru page, several other pages, and we'll go from there. But I'm sure we can get a lot of attention on it.
Absolutely. So let's see. You also put focus on other things, or I should say all things Zompoc. So some of the authors that you have on your page, would you mind giving a shout out for them?
We currently have, we've actually got a competition that's going at the moment that is running Dave Moon, David Schrellander, I think the name's pronounced, and PM Barnes. We're actually running a small contest where it's basically going to be a short story contest. The idea is you purchase one of their books, have a read of the book, and then you do a short story based on their book. Obviously, the winner will be given a copy of the book, and the possibility that the story will be then published in upcoming issue by one of the authors.
A lot of authors come on to Zombiepalooza Radio, and they appreciate, of course, the time that they get, the airtime, but they have a hard time thinking of other ways to be able to promote their book. And it seems as though Walking Dead fan base has some really, really great ideas. Do you have any that you could perhaps let people know, and maybe so that they can start thinking about other ways to promote their Zompoc?
Well, I will always promote. I promoted a comic that was coming out. I promoted Dave. I pushed his book a lot. If you come to me, ask about promoting the book, I will promote it. I will, as I say, I post it in the group on my page. That goes to my Twitter, so it's posted everywhere, and I will actively promote it if you ask me to. And all I ask in return is, if it takes off, if there's any way of doing it, just give us a little mention somewhere in the credits or somewhere.
It's the way that it should be like that. If you are going out there and you're saying, hey, come on, let me see what you have. Yeah, this looks great. We're going to put it up on our pages. The only thing that, or the least that the individuals can do is share your sites on their Twitter pages and their Facebook, because why wouldn't they want to do that? It creates a wonderful chain. I think sometimes people get all wound out about, well, if I put this on that page, or if I do that on that other page, somebody's going to give me a headache about it. You know, you're an entrepreneur when you go and you produce a product, and who better than to go to your direct fan base, like a page like Walking Dead fan base, and help promote them while they're promoting you.
Yeah, as you might notice on the text, Gina stated, obviously we've done a lot of promotional work for some people, and we've got very little back. That's give and take. Unfortunately, I was working on one where we heavily promoted their comic they were doing, with the prospect of getting an advert in the comic. But in the end, it looks like all we're going to get is a mention in the credits. That's it. But it's a mention. It gets the name out there, gets the group known.
Right.
So it's something to work on.
I found your Twitter, and it's very, very simple. All you have to do is go to Zombiepalooza Dead Again, and you will find the Twitter.com for Walking Fanbase. Just simply called Walking Fanbase.
And I've also posted on the text for you, on the text chat there for you, Facebook.com events. That's our link for our shop as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Let me go over there and unless Scott, you see that right now? Right.
Yes, I do.
Wonderful. Grab that and paste that everywhere you possibly can find. What is one thing that you've learned about yourself and about the fan base that comes to your page since you've started a year ago?
There's too many judgmental people out there, and too many people go on about people's grammar. I'm not the best speller in the world. I will not judge anybody for their spelling, but I am seeing that a lot lately. People going like, "Oh, you're spelling Daryl wrong. You're spelling this wrong." They're giving you grief. Why? You know what they're trying to say. Leave it at that.
Right. You know, we call those grammar Nazis. And
yeah,
I've had them hit me a couple of times too, but you know what? If they're going to get all wound out about how a particular word is spelled on a page like this, you might want to think about what else they're going to be trying to stir up. But you seem to have like a really, really great base as it is, and when I've been looking on your page, I haven't seen anything that would be even remotely obnoxious at all. It's wonderful. It's a lot like Zombiepalooza Dead Again. We just seem to be living in a really nice golden bubble where, you know, we put out the idea of what the page is, and people come. Sometimes they go. But it's a really nice atmosphere. Everybody seems to want to be able to help one another.
Yeah, so general rule, it runs nice and smooth. We have very little problems. Every now and again, we'll get an idiot there, say a few comments here or there.
Right.
And a lot of what we try to install in the members is, if there's a problem, don't try to deal with it yourself. Contact an admin. There's a full list of the admin names in the rules.
Right. And
just give someone a shout. There's nearly always at least 1 or 2 admins on 24 hours a day. This is what I've tried to work by having admins in different places of the world. There's nearly always at least 1 or 2 admins on at all times. So obviously then we can monitor posts, we can monitor little things, and as is, deal with things as they happen so they don't get out of proportion, people don't get upset. Sometimes it works, the odd time it doesn't work, but as a general, it runs nice and smoothly.
It does, and it's a good thing to be able to have a lot of different admins because they bring different kinds of ideas for the page itself, and it helps keep it fresh.
Yeah, I think when I first met Gina, she came up with a lot of good ideas, and we pushed it on from that. And we work quite well as a team. Quite often we'll start coming up with like look at the design for the actual group, logo.
Yes.
I come up with the idea. She's very good with graphic design, so I told her what I was after. She came up with the design, same with the t-shirts. I come up with the ideas, and she puts it as such pen to paper.
So what I'm looking at here was actually drawn out by one of your admins?
The basic design is actually a picture that was available freely on the internet, and we modified it to incorporate. If you notice, it says Walking Dead fanbase established 2013 to state when the group was started, and then we've used that as a base for future designs.
It's really, really well done. Scott, do you have any other questions for after your zombie finishes eating the microphone over there? Questions for I don't know if Dead Door's getting hungry. I don't think he's into microphones. Last year Dead Door was eating phone cords and electrical wires, and we had to break him of that habit. It was different. Scott, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
You have any other questions for our guest?
Well, I got one. Looking back at the past year, considering tomorrow is the first anniversary of your group, looking back over the past year, is there anything that you would have done differently had you known at the beginning what you know now?
Not really. The way I see it, I started off. I think this is one key. I've actually helped about 10 different groups start off. And this is what I've said to every single group I've helped start off. They ask, how have you got the numbers? How do you get so well? How do you get the numbers coming in? I think it's the whole simple thing of share for share. As soon as I started the group, I joined, as I said earlier on, about 20, 25 different groups. And I just went round group to group to group. Do you want to do a share for share? I'll share your group in mine, I share mine in yours. And you gain the interest. And obviously then new people come in, they start groups, they ask to do a share, and they ask for hints, tips, advice. And I'll go on their page, I'll give them some hints, I'll give them tips, I'll help them out a little bit. And I think that's one thing that's helped establish the group, that people know they'll come to me, as someone states on the chat here, that I will help anybody. You ask me for some help, if I can, I will help you out. I'll give you advice, and that's what's been the main key to keep the group going like it has done, growing more and more each day.
And you know, if more pages decided that they wanted to do this, then they would have a lot more productivity, and there would probably be a lot less of this ridiculous backbiting that happens on some of these other pages that shall go nameless. It's not very difficult to find a bunch of people that are very much interested in the same thing. But sometimes it's difficult when opinions happen, as they will, and for people to understand that it's all right for other people to have opinion different than yours, and that perhaps it's just a different perspective they come from, where they share in their opinion. But sometimes, though, also they can get rather loud and turn obnoxious, and then that's when I think the admin's got to step in and go, hey, not here.
Yeah, I think most of my admins we all pretty much think on the same page that there's a limit to where things can go. I know I've had a few members leave because some groups have zero tolerance for a bit of swearing. The way I see it is, the group is based around the comics, the books, anything like that there. So if it's in the comics, why not in the group?
Right.
And I recently we've had a few posts say, what are the ages in the group? I've seen ages as low as 9 people in the group, up as far as 72. So you've got a wide age range there, and the way I see it is, as I say, I'll let anybody in, but I'm not the parent. I'll let them in, but I will moderate what's in the group, more so for the members that are there. I've had a bit of flack from some people saying, oh, you're being a Nazi by stopping this and that, and it's like, well, no. If I didn't do this and there was a problem, who would you come run into? Who would you say, well, this is happening? If I was to say then, so deal with it. Exactly. But I'm not like that. I would deal with the problem, and I'd do it for the safety of the group and the members who are in the group.
So where do you see this fan base going within, like, say, the next 6 months to a year? How would you like to see this evolve?
The one thing that the admins are hoping for is obviously by the start of the show to be on 60, 70,000 maybe. And that's obviously a mixed debate as to how I originally said I reckon we'd have 50,000 for the start of the season, and obviously that's been surpassed already. But obviously I'd like to be able to do regular posts, regular competitions, get more interaction from the actors in the show, just try and get a nice hive of activity, nice promotions. if you want to learn how to do something like this competition we're doing with the books, you want to have a go at doing writing stories competitions for that, art competitions. I'd like to be able to do things like that there and just make a nice, happy family environment as such.
I would love to see something like that on a page such as yours, because it seems clearly that everyone is interested in sharing ideas and helping one another, even if it's just to say hi and acknowledge them. And I don't know how you managed to do this, but it seems as though, as I've gone through some of these postings, that everybody gets an acknowledgement, and it doesn't take too long for them to have somebody say hi to them, or ask them what they how their day was, or ask them about what they're bringing to the page. It's great.
It's that interaction with the members and making people feel comfortable at home, relaxed and respected. That's what it boils down to, being respectful to each other and just trying to keep a calm environment. So there's no, and obviously as soon as any idiots arrive, they're gone.
So, Dead Door, do you have any other questions that you would like to ask our guest? Dead Door.
Is this a good thing that he's this quiet?
I don't know where he's at.
When he gets quiet, you should worry.
Yeah, run. I think he's getting hungry.
Uh-oh. We need a break so that he can go get a donor.
He's going to have to wait a minute.
Donut. I eat donut. I eat the donut maker.
Oh, no.
I didn't say donut, I said donor.
Yeah, we said donor, not donut maker.
Here you go, Dad. I've just posted a link. We've got all the recipes we need now. But just post a link. We're doing a cookbook. Oh. The link I'll just put on the chat there now. Have a look at it if you want. There's some nice, interesting recipes. My favourite, I'd love to try. I haven't got around to try it yet. Rattlesnake and moonshine stew. All the recipes are based on the Walking Dead series.
Hey, talk a little bit about that. We've still got a few minutes. Go ahead and talk about this idea you have. This is cool.
It was an idea that obviously me and Gina came up with a few months back, and it was just trying to get the fans to come up with ideas for recipes that are Walking Dead based. And an idea being, the actual book is called the Herschel. Let me check. What do we call it again?
Herschel Green's.
Herschel Green's
Walking Dead inspired cookbook.
And of course, the picture on the cover, it was actually someone posted it, and there was an inscription that I edited the picture and added an inscription to it. If anybody can find it.
That's really cool. Yeah, Herschel.
I'm in process of posting it now.
Inspired cookbook.
Got it.
I wasn't able to post it on the Zombiepalooza Dead Again page, but I was able to share it on my main page for Jackie Chin. So it is there. That's cool. And this is marked for June 20th. Did this already happen? Or is this June 20th?
What we did was that's the date we started it.
Okay.
And it was an ongoing event, so we gave a good few months for people to get their ideas in.
I love this. This is great. How many people participated just in this particular event?
I think it was only about 25 or 30 people participated. Obviously, there's other events that have been bigger, like the trivia. That's going really well. I've been prompted on the chat just to mention as well, courtesy of one of my former admins, Highway Harris. He's been to a couple of Comic-Con, little con events, and we've actually got pictures done for me with some of the walkers holding signs with my name on it. Obviously, because I'm in the UK, I can't get to these shows to see them. And obviously, I've got Greg Cruz has done one. Melissa Melter, aka Melissa Cowan, Bicycle Girl's done a picture. I've forgotten the name now. Penny, the governor's daughter.
The governor's daughter, yes.
Kylie Shemansky.
Mm-hmm.
I've got hers as well.
Very cool. All right, we've got about 5 minutes before I have to go to break. So what I would like you to do is, and I know Scott talked to you a little bit about doing this, getting a bumper for you based on your wonderful Walking Dead fan base page, and I know that you're ready for doing this, so I'm going to let you and Scott make sure that you got your timing all right and let you go.
You ready then, Scott?
No, I'm ready.
I don't know how this is done, but hey fellow walkers, my name's Vernon Newton. I work for I'm a creator of the Walking Dead fan base. Come check us out, and you're listening to Zombiepalooza Radio.
Rock on. Perfect. First take.
That was really, really good, and you were worried about it.
I know it was.
You did wonderful.
We like the first takes.
I know. So, Vernon, anything else that you would like to either give a shout out to, like for anybody that's really been a backbone for you and helping you with this page, or anything else that we haven't talked about?
I think one little comment on the chat there mentioning Road Chef. Obviously, if you look in the cookbook, you'll see his name mentioned a lot. He obviously has done a cookbook as well. He obviously let us use a few recipes there, so big thumbs up to him. All the admin team, Gina, Gary, obviously Scott, CJ Creek, who is, I believe you know him as well. He's an outstanding gentleman. Done some very good videos. If you ask him, I actually helped promote him last year as well. Helped him get CJ Creek Productions, give a boost on that. Gary Hill, also another young gentleman I work with, also original admin. He's doing a few good podcasts for The Walking Dead. Obviously, check him out on YouTube as well.
Thank you so much for all of that. That's, what we would like to do is eventually we would like to bring on some of the people that created some of the recipes for this particular cookbook. I think that would be a kind of a cool thing. What do you think, Scott?
I think it'd be great just have a full hour segment on just the Herschel's cookbook alone.
I know, right? He was such a popular, and I don't even really want to call him like a character, but a presence on that particular.
He was the conscience of the group. They really got to work on the retirement plan for the conscience of the group, because let's face it, Dale, Herschel. Even Milton, he wasn't the group, but he was the same job description, and they just really got to work on the retirement plan for those guys, because it kind of sucks.
Yeah, they get in the end, not real good. All right, so we have been talking with the amazing Vernon Newton, who is head of a really amazing site called the Walking Dead fan base. Get over there, like them on Facebook, tell them Zombiepalooza Radio sent you, and hopefully we'll be able to get these guys back on the show again, maybe for our anniversary show as part of that. That will be around October 14th this year, our second year. We have to get going right now, though, for a little bit of a break, and then we are going to be bringing on our next guest, and he is also new to Zombiepalooza Radio. His name is Forbes West. So thank you so much, Vernon, for being on Zombiepalooza Radio. I know it's kind of late over there. It's about 2 a.m., so we're going to let you get going and maybe grab some Z's before you have to go off again and do whatever it is you do in Wales.
And thank you for having me. Today it is 2 a.m. and I'm in work at 5:30 in the morning. So.
Oh my God! Go, go, go! You gotta go. Everybody say goodbye.
You take care, guys, and I hope I'll see you all soon.
Good morning, Vernon.
It's been great, Vernon. Tell Karen I hope she's feeling better.
Yes.
I will do. And I'll speak to you all soon, guys. Okay? Thank you for having me.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow.
Bye.
Did that rock or what?
Bye, Vernon. Talk to you later.